Welcome everyone to this channel, and let's dive straight into the next tips for animators. Number 18, animate piecemeal. When you take on a new shot, you can improve your speed as well as your quality by tackling parts of the character bit by bit. This was less possible in the old paper days, but with the new powerful softwares for animation nowadays, your layers of animation can be near infinite. Start by using very basic shapes or no details at all, and when you're happy with it, adding the face on another layer. After that, you can loosen bits, like hair or cloth can be on another layer. That way you're not interfering with your previous stuff. This lets you speed through your work on the general motion and then micromanage appeal in the face and costume when everything else works. This is true. This is very powerful. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about animation layers, and animation layers are very powerful. You can go in and edit, bit by bit, basically. It's like sound music producers, right? They put a track on one layer, then they put a beat on another layer, they put the bass on another layer, treble, vocals, whatever, it's all done in layers, and then you got full control of your animation. So this is a good point. Number 19, the down. It can be overwhelming having to add a level of appeal to sometimes hundreds of drawings. Don't worry, there's a way to improve your chance of finding that pretty drawing, a light rough. Once you've done your rough pass and gotten it approved, start a layer that you should still consider rough, though with a finer pen thickness. Complete the entire shot like this, correcting proportions and models, but without overcommitting. This layer will allow you to begin making the decisions you need to make when transitioning from rough to tie down. After that, start a new layer and apply a final tied down line to the drawing. But remember, still a bit rough, you're not doing cleanup. With fewer decisions to make, you can concentrate on making the drawing beautiful. Obviously, Alain is talking more traditional, but it still counts for 3D, and stop motion is a bit different. But for 3D, you got your blocked out poses. Like if you're doing a blocking of a 3-hit combo, you're blocking out. You could even block out a square to get the timing right. Make sure everything's like the hit reactions are right, and if the timing's all right, then you can copy that timing onto the hips, and then you can start working from that in a layered fashion. All right, the book breaks now, and here's the book on a bit of the mindset. So let's dive into this. So mindset, as odd as it feels to say it, the difference between producing good animation and stellar animation can be your mindset. It's all about setting aside the turbulent world around you and having the right attitude about your work. It's also not unheard of for animators to feel like imposters among their peers, which can impair your confidence when animating a shot. I have a few tips that can set you straight and have you singing while you work. Not literally, that would be annoying. Staying rough, focusing, and not being attached to a drawing all helps you get in the zone. As a general rule, I don't like to take more than a minute on a faceless body rough while I'm animating. If you pass that amount of time, it probably means you're losing momentum and looking at other things than movement. If you're cruising along and you do a bad drawing, just toss it and keep moving on and keep moving. Nothing is precious. Riding the wave ensures that you're doing the broad strokes, not the finer details. I like that one. And I guess he's talking more about attachment. When we first start animation, we're attached to everything. We're attached to animation, attached to this. But knowing when we go into the industry, we have to know that a lot of our work probably will get scrapped or redone. So don't be too attached to it. And don't be too, I guess, as artists, we are sensitive. That's natural. But I guess as you go through the years, you get a bit more, not as attached to your work, but also in game development, it's more, at the beginning, you're attached to your work, but then you understand it as a game developer. You don't understand it as animator. In video games in particular, you're starting to see the whole bigger picture as a game developer. Okay, this animation, these systems will work, these might not work. You're trying to see the whole picture. So, but that comes with time as well. Number 21, 100% effort. Never phone it in. Every shot you do should be your best. There's a saying in show business, you're only as good as your last performance. There's no compromise. Even the seemingly most insignificant shot has to be the pinnacle of your learning so far. It doesn't even matter if it's just a hand setting down a coffee cup. In fact, blowing people away with something that mundane would just show your animation chops. That's true. If you got a basic rig and you can make really cool animation with a basic rig, then your animation director or whatever you would say, oh, cool, he's done such a cool shot with this basic rig. Just imagine if we gave him something else, like a bit more complex. So, that's something to think about as well. Number 22, trust your instincts. Follow your gut while animating. If you feel something is off, inversely, that something is going well, like an arc or weight, or funny or entertaining move, go with it. A slight deviation from the posing or storyboard is acceptable if it means you're following your intuition, but don't stray too far or you'll get a retake. You have to love your work before anybody else can be expected to love it, and trusting your gut is part of that. This isn't math, it's a medium where your subconscious actually plays a big role. Stop second guessing and enjoy the creative process. This is what I would call happy accidents. Sometimes they end up getting this happy accident and you just keep it. I remember having a mentor saying that there was one animator, and I don't know her name, but she was very meticulous and scientific. She wanted it exactly like this, you know, blocked out right to the frame. And my mentor said, you know, sometimes it's good to just not be so rigid and just have a happy accidents happen and accept those, you know. It just, ooh, that was nice. That was a nice fluke. That feels good, because it's all, animation is all feeling to it. It feels good, feels right. You know, sometimes you have to let it just go and not chase it as much, you know. Otherwise, it doesn't feel as natural. It feels very systematic and robotic. Number 23, mornings. I'm no health expert, but I do know that it's probably not great to start the day with stressful activities, and animation can be one of those stressful things. A way to ease into a productive day is to take a while to assess your daily workload and plan accordingly. Nasty crowd shot? Don't just dive in. Have a coffee and pick out what characters you want to be finished with by the end of the day. High performance shot? Shoot a reference video or check related clips online. Mornings should be meditative and almost ritualistic, and they can be perfect opportunities to mellow yourself out for a more productive day. I can't agree more. I normally go for walks in the mornings to clear my head. This also is part of my fitness journey, so I've created that habit, and I've never left. I would say in the last 3 or 4 years, I've always gone for a walk in the morning. Maybe a week out of those 4 years I haven't, and it really clears your mind. Get out there in nature. Number 24, defend the gates. The big, nasty unknown is banging at the gates, and you're the one with the skill and expertise to hold it back. Think about it. We never truly know what kind of skill level lies beyond the tight animation stage. If there's a junior cleanup or artist following you, your drawing can often deteriorate. And even the most experienced cleanup artists aren't infallible. Not their fault. Their job happens to be a grueling one. The point is, your drawing is potentially the last time that the shot will retain its intention, so it's your job to make it as clear and appealing as you can. Cleanup artists will thank you for it. Okay guys, so that's carry on this series. End of this week, every week I will put this video out, also along with my tutorials. But in the meantime, if you're looking to level up your animations and really get that solid foundation, which can act as a springboard into your career in animation, check out my Animation Mastery below. There are over 7,000 students enrolled throughout my courses, and I will continue to keep refining these courses for you guys, just to make your animation journey more joyful and fun process. Okay guys, in the meantime, take care, get off the screen, go for a walk, look after your health, all that good stuff. And if you think anybody else would have liked or benefited from this video, please like and share. There's 67% of you come to my channel and don't subscribe. Please subscribe, hit that subscribe button, like button, share. Let's get the YouTube algos to push this work out to more eyes so more people can benefit in learning animation. All right guys, I'll see you in the next video.